Let's have a prayer with Engineer Winmar Pilinia.
Let us put ourselves in the holy presence of God. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Our Father, who art in heaven, holy be your name. Your kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us today our daily bread, and give us our sins, as we forgive those sins against us. Not bring us to the test, but deliver us from evil. Amen. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Okay, thank you very much. So welcome. Online viewers, including prospective readers who are present here in this conference room. So, okay, so we will call now the attendance. Okay, from the Bidding and Awards Committee, um, Baktan Jose R. Gauran Jr., yours truly, Jeremiah Gabuya as the Vice Back Chairman. We have Maria Dolores B. Salazar as back member. Same with Elvira C. Fernandez and also Maria Luz D. Branzuela. And then we also have, for the back secretariat, we have Jerome R. Padraque, Arnel A. Branzuela, Fritz Andrew G. Axignar, and Winmar R. Pelenia. Then from the TWG members, we have Kenny Luis D. Mansueto, Marcelino S. Cortez IV, and Reynaldo B. Padillo. And then we have also from the planning and design representatives for the engineers, we have Milo Paolo Raniel and Ruby Joy Lorenzo Oclarit and Julio Cesar Deloria. So from the construction firm, we have from uh, Jamel R. Lebradilla from Matroson Builders. Okay. And also we have Joy Innocencio, same from the Matroson Builders. And also Chadi Lumungsod, is that correct? From the Yes Construction. Okay, so these are from the construction firm representatives. So the rest of the back members, including the secretariat and TWG members, are probably having their online. So, Mr. Chair.
Okay, we have the agenda for today, no? Of course, this David conference today, August 4th, 2023, calls for the one published, no, in our invitation to be dated July 28, 2023. And this involves three flood control and drainage projects comprising 23HH0124 to 23HH0126. And we have also under item 2, the roads, bridges, and highways. No? We have four projects, no? Under contract ID number 23HH0127, contract ID number 23HH0128, 129, and 130. So this mentioned contract IDs to be discussed individually or its contract ID by respective representative from the planning and design section with the intention that we further give you the information of the project at the same time somehow review the bidding requirements for our proposed bid opening on August 18, no, 2023. So we may now start no, from the planning and design section to present it as the first item under flood control and drainage. Tama ba? Ano ba, ang sequence ni Kwan lang. Mapaw pang team sa Kwan. Unahan na lang ang naano. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Good morning, everyone. I'm Engineer Milo Paulo Raniel from Planning Design. Hello. So I am tasked to discuss uh, the project ID 23HH0127 contract name, Convergence and Special Support Program, Basic Infrastructure Program, Access Roads, and or bridges from the national roads leading to major strategic public buildings, facilities, road concreting with drainage at Barangay Lahug, Cebu City. So the project description, construction of PCCP with ABC, 4,950,000 with contract duration of 105 calendar days. So let's go to the DED. So the project has a net length of 262 meters. So ang atong start, siya sa kilid sa Trans Central kanang sa BMW kilid o padong kasaka left side siya nasa BMW kilid agiyon. So na diha siya mag-start. So sudlon na gyud siya kani diri nga part. So na BMW diri atubangan. So direta sa kilid agi padong daog. So mo na ato ang site location. Then for the summary of the quantities, we have provision of combined field laboratory and living quarters building for the engineers. Then permits and clearances, project billboard and signboard. Then occupational safety and health program, traffic management, mobilization and demobilization, surplus common excavation includes disposal, embankment from roadway excavation, common soil, then subgrade preparation, aggregate sub-base course, and PCCP pavement and reinforced 0.2 thick, 14 days, then reinforced steel, structural concrete 20.68 megapascal, class A, 28 days, then pipe culverts, then metal frames and gratings, manholes, concrete covers. So, atong scope of work, ang width nasa 4 to 5 meters ang width, then natay drainage sa right side. So, ang atong drainage, dili rin siya kanang whole length, naran siya dapit sa kanang end nga part na sa ato ang kuan sa ato ang project. Then, reinforce po ni siya. Okay? I think that's all for Lahog. Okay? For contract ID 23HH0128, contract name, concreting of Barangay Pulang Bato, FMR. Barangay Pulambato, Cebu City. Project description, so road construction, PCCP, with ABC of 11,940,000 with contract duration of 180 calendar days. Then for the okay, for Pulang Bato. So it has a net length of 573 meters. So ang ato ang start, kano siya? O familiar mo sa barangay hall sa Pulang Bato. So mga, I think mga 100 meters more or less sa right side, muliko ta na spillway. So musakara tagamay na existing dito nga kanang concrete ato ta mag-start. Kana nga dalan is mulusot na og guba. So diha to ang kuan. Then naamputay ka ng kuan dire ka ng coordinates if ever nga kanang ganahan mo makatuod sa site. Okay. So for the summary of quantities, we have provision of combined field office, permits and clearances, project billboard and signboard, occupational safety and health program, traffic management, mobilization and demobilization, removal of actual structure or obstruction, then surplus common excavation, surplus rock excavation, then pipe, culvert, and drain excavation, embankment from the roadway excavation, subgrade preparation, aggregate sub-base course, PCCP pavement with thick of 0.2 meter, 14 days. Then reinforcing steel, structural concrete, pipe culverts, 610 mm diameter and 910 mm diameter. It also has a stone masonry and concrete curb precast. So ang ato ang kuan, so naagapon tay 5 meters width, then natay kanang reinforced line canal sa kilid with kuan kanang concrete curb sa same sa kuan naagapon sa right side ug asa ang ato ang line canal. Okay? Think mo na sa kuan sa Pulang Bato mo ang ato ang typical road section sa naay riprap, naay stone masonry. Okay? I think mo na sa part sir. Apel sir. Ah, ihawal na siya sir. Apel man ang disposal na. Ang disposal na ni sir, asan na ito? Ang katong pag-o nga disposal na ni ba? Disposal sa atong kuan. Oh, labay. Amulay check sir. Ah. sir. Asa naman nabutang ang kuan? Yes, sir. Ah, ang kuan. Po, sir. Yes, sir.
Clarification kung ana, kung dili sila kabalo kung asa i-dispose, so they could ask sa planning and design no, kung asa ang kuan. Oo, asa ang suggested ninyo nga based sa kuan oo. Oo. So, okay na, next. Wala question din na. Mga pa na to. Sige, sige.
Good morning, everyone. For now, I will discuss the contract ID 23HH0129, contract name Concreting of Barangay Tagbao FMR, Barangay Tagbao, Cebu City. So this is a road construction of PCCP with ABC of 11,940,000 with contract duration of 180 calendar days. The net length of this project is 315.6 meters with station limits from station 28 plus 600 up to 28 plus 915.6. So the location of this project is at, this one is connecting to the existing concrete and will end near the Mangabon Elementary School. So we have here the project location, the coordinates for your reference. And for the summary of quantities, we have here the provision of combined field office, laboratory, and living quarters, building for the engineer, permits and clearances, project billboard, signboard, occupational safety and health program, traffic management, mobilization, demobilization, removal of structures and obstructions, concrete, surplus common excavation, which includes disposal, pipe culvert and drain excavation, common soil, embankment from roadway excavation, subgrade preparation, aggregate subbase course, PCCP of 0.20 thick and 14 days curing, reinforcing steel, grade 40, structural concrete 20.68 MPa, class A 28 days, manhole 610 millimeter diameter, metal frames and grating 1.4 by zero point 0.8 meter, and concrete curb precast. So for the typical cross-section of this project, this is the typical road section with open line canal on both sides with concrete curb on the same side, and uh, and a major cut for the project. So that's it for Tagbao FMR.
So, good morning, everyone. I'll be discussing the next project with contract ID 23HH0130 with contract name Concreting of Barangay Adlaon FMR, Barangay Adlaon, Cebu City, Cebu, with an ABC of 11,940,000. Contract duration of the project is 180 calendar days. Next, I'll be discussing the DD plan. So for this project, the station limits is 23 plus 781 to 24,440 with net length 659 linear meter. So the start of the project is the start of the project is the will be the continuation of the previous FMR. So this is the start of the project with coordinates of the start and end. So for the items of work, the items of work included in the project is the provision of combined field office, laboratory, and living quarters, building for the engineer, rental basis, permits and clearances, project billboard, signboard, occupational safety and health program, traffic management, mobilization, demobilization, surplus common excavation includes disposal, surplus rock excavation hard, embankment from roadway excavation common soil, subgrade preparation common material, Portland cement stabilized road mix base course, new soil aggregate, PCCP pavement and reinforced 0.2 meter thick, 14 days, reinforcing steel grade 40, structural concrete, pipe culvert 610 for the cross drain, stone masonry, concrete curb precast, and metal guardrail. So here is the scope of work of the project. So next, so for the contract duration of the project is 180. For the permits and clearances, there is an allotted of 45 days.
kay balo sila win to request for suspension order until nga dili mahurot tong i-provide na to di pa sila ka request. Pag kuan man god ang other contract some contractors pag sulod nila di sila kasulod request for suspension na yon. Which is not no napanguta na pila ka days nga pagkuha og permits pila ka days ang bad weather condition kung bad weather ang kuan mahurot to tanan saka pa ta start suspension di ba? So muna during pre-bid conference ato nang remind nga ilang gi-quote nga kuan including those particular time elements sa project na to. So kung wala, more or less basi makakita taon nga isa nga na ano para na yung mga similar discussions and I know nga ang planning you provide ana.
Sige sir, noted sir. Next time, ano namin, appeal na. So, next is, here is the typical road section of the project with 5 meters carriageway width. This is the section with line canal on left side. So, as you can see, the cut slope in the project should have a slope rounding both sides. Next. So here's the next example, typical cross-section with line canal on right side. And last one is the typical roadway cross-section with normal crown and no line canal. So I think that's it for the project.
Good morning, everyone. So to discuss on the drainage projects, so let's start for contract ID 23HH0124 with a contract name of Convergence and Special Support Program, Basic Infra Program, Flood Mitigation Structures Protecting Public Infrastructure Facilities, Construction of Flood Mitigation Structure, Barangay Sambag Uno, Cebu City. So we have an ABC of 4.95 million and a contract duration of 124 calendar days. So for the next pre-bid, no, so it will be planning will take down notes on the comment of our back chairman on the breakdown of our contract duration. But as per for your information lang po for the bidders, uh, uh, planning and design section has a basis on the computation of our contract duration or the calendar days of each project. So we have the department order that states on every category of the project. So for road, so naatay computation for the road, i-consider for the PCCP, for the asphalt overlay, and for the flood control po, napunta for the drainage ang computation. So naka-DO siya. But we have wala ta mo deviate but nag-add ta kay during the DO states manggod murag kuan kay siya kanang dili siya based on kanang mga highly urbanized ang ipang consider ba kay medyo gagmay jud kayo siya og calendar days. So we add up some calendar days but we supported computations just like ato ang LGU that needs to process permits. So wala na siya ma-consider sa department order for the computation of the entire contract duration. So nag-add tag a certain contract duration, additional days para sa ato ang kining kuan processing of permits, and sa also sa kaning sa atong sa pandemic pod nato nasa tay gi-add pod nga calendar days. So sakto tong giingon ni Sir Ade na the contractor will not be requesting any suspension when the contract duration is still on the, for example, sa processing sa permits pa or ana, so wala pa gyud siya ikuan. So I think sir, it has already also been discussed during sa mga pre-construction conference sa between PEs, contractors, inana sa chief nato nga naatay mga inana nga mga unworkable days or unforeseen, naatay mga bad weather conditions, inana sir. Then most na atong insist pod sa during sa implementation sa mga PEs nga ang mga PDM nato nga gipanghimo sa contractors and ang mga S-curve ilang gi-consider ang katong leeway nga gihatag nga duration ang mga permits nga with the S-curve nga ilang himuon, supposedly wala to siya accomplishment nga naa didto kay nag-process pa man tag permit sa atong LGU. So inana sir, mo naton kan, but still noted na sir ato na i-discuss during sa next pre-bid nato para sa information sa tanan no. So noted na sir. Thank you sir. So for the first project, Sambag Uno. Okay, let me open the DED plans for this project. Okay, so for Sambag Uno, we have atong gi-breakdown into different lines no, but this drainage lines is continuous lang siya, but different man gud iyahang mga details nato kay we have naatay drainage nga ma-expose siya sa roadway, so maagian siya sa sakyanan, and naa po siya portion nga sa sidewalk lang, so different designs atong gihimo, but still isa ra gyapon siya ka drainage line or continuing siya. So naalan siya lahi-lahi nga gi-breakdown na nato para klaro pod no. So ang pinaka kuan niya, pinaka location or the landmark is ang Southwestern University. So ang location man sa Southwest is the boundary between Sambag 1 and Sambag 2. So ang ilahang boundary nga dalan is the Aznar Street. So ang Aznar Street, ang kung facing ka paubos or ascending sa Aznar, ang left side is the Sambag 1, the right side is the Sambag 2. So ang southwest is nasa right side, which is the Sambag 2 na siya na-locate. So mo na pinaka landmark nato diha dapita. So mo na ang atong actual nga mga geotag photos during sa atong verification sa site with the help of our proponent no. Then mo ni ang atong sa location map. Then kani mo ni siya. So sa Southwestern University. So the outfall is dire, naata dire sa outfall sa Spongklong Street. So it is an existing drainage with a dimension of 1.2 by 1.2 box culvert. It was constructed also by this office last mga 5 years ago na. Then atong pasumpayan nila, so this one is a different line na atay mga gipang designate na line 1. It's because of kani siya na siya different design kay expose siya sa dalan kay gamay, medyo gamay ang dalan dere. Then we have line 2. Then kana siya. Then we have line 3. Then naatay line 4. So bali connecting ra gid siya, but the design lang is the rebars, the details nato is medyo naa siya difference kay naa siya expose sa mga vehicles og naapoy dili. So Aznar Street, ang ilahang boundary between Sambag 1 and Sambag 2, then continue ta sa Tormi Street, nya ari dayon outfall sa Spongklong Street. Okay. So for the typical section nato or summary of quantities, so for the other general requirements, so we have to provide combined field office with its corresponding number of days or number of months, 4.13. We have permits and clearances, project billboard or signboard, occupational safety and health program. We have traffic management to provide since exposed man ta sa ato ang kadalanan. So we have to provide yun mga advance warning signages, especially during nighttime or daytime kay duol po siya eskwelahan. So prone gid siya sa disgrasya bitaw if dili nato siya ma-consider. Then we have mobilization, demobilization. So kani nga mga sa civil works na nato, we have the metal frames and gratings. Then we have structural concrete and reinforcing steel, which is the component of our box type nga drainage. Then we have excavation. Then we have manholes and concrete covers with its quantities. No? So for the mga typical na to, so we have mga different typicals as I've said. So sa drainage line 1, naa siya sa dalan. So we have to naatay medyo mas lig-on nga gipabutang nga drainage design, mura siyang box culvert type, then naay part dito nga sa sidewalk pa nato siya ibutang. So kuha na siya, di na siya exposed, so napod siya different design na to. So naratay detail tanan as to the rebars and its thickness na to sa concrete. Then we have the schedule of structures, per station limit, per line, kung unsa atong naadiha natay mga location sa manholes, asa dapita, the concrete covers, the steel grating, so naara po nato na butang diha. Then we have the bar bending diagram and the bar schedule of our box culvert type nga drainage katong exposed nato sa dala no sa mga sakyanan. Then the box type nga line canal, its manholes. So most of niya to ang profile, drainage profile nato. So if possible ato gid siyang ma-follow ato ang invert elevation no to provide kuan gyud proper sloping sa ato ang drainage project. So far walay problema ang iyang area kay nakadulhog man siya daan, so naka-slope na siya daan, so di na ta problema sa iyahang kuan terrain. So that's for Sambag 1. Next one is same category gihapon, BIP, katong basic infra program, but different location na, construction of flood mitigation structure, Barangay Labangon, Cebu City. So same contract duration with an ABC of 4.95 million ng gihapon. So for HDD plans, so we have two locations. First, ang pinaka landmark sa Labangon nato is ang DSWD. If kinsay taga Labangon, naay tay kuan dia DSWD sa along Katipunan Street naa siya'y tupad nga building ang Bless pod siya nga eskwelahan sa Labangon gihapon. So ang left side niya is mao atong butanganan og drainage na nga project. So kana lang atong pinaka main gyud ang DSWD na area. Then the second site na ay damage dito nga revetment, so we will be um, repairing it. Mubo lang siya nga area, no? Mga kuan lang siya. 20 meters lang siya. So for the summary of quantities, so still the other general requirements, the field office, permits and clearances, project billboard, safety and health program, traffic management, and mobilization. So we have included the removal of structures and obstruction, 8016. So the component of the drainage and the retaining wall is kining structural concrete and reinforcing steel, then naatay metal frames and gratings, then excavation, yan ay manhole. So wa namin nagbutang og stone masonry kay medyo mas preferred dito sa area ang kuan lang, ang concrete lang gid nga gamito nato, no. So kana siya, naara siya ay schedule of structures and its direction of flow. So naara pud tay profile. Then so wala po problema kay dulhogon na pud siya. Then sa katong sa naay tributary dito, naara pud tay gibutang nga retaining wall kung unsa atong height, no, nga gikuan gi-require dito or ang existing dito nga atong i prepare nga structure. So that's it for Barangay Labangon. Okay, sir. Sige, sir. Sige, sir. Okay, sir. Mm. Yes, sir. Nakakuan siya, sir. Nasumpay lang siya. Yes, sir. Noted na, sir. Sa retaining wall. Sige. So, to proceed with the next one, the last drainage project is same category gyapon but different location na siya. Construction of flood mitigation structure, Barangay Basak, San Nicolas, Cebu City. So, with a contract duration of 187 and an ABC of 11.88 million. So, one location gyapon lang ni siya, ang atong Basak, San Nicolas. So, if familiar mo sa barangay hall nato, dulduol diha ang area. So, naay eskwelahan diha kanang Rizwoods College, dapit sa Cabrero Street. So, ang outfall na to is padung po siya sa SRP, no? So, box culvert lang gid ang ato ang ikuan diha. The difference lang is ang profile lang ato ang gidesignan kung unsa, but the section is more likely isa lang gid ka typical section, a box culvert type siya. So, we have identified the outfall, which is an existing, which was constructed by the LGU. So, functional siya and maoy gi-prepare nila nga drainage outfall based on our drainage master plan. So, ilan ang ibutangan daan dito, then pasaka na lang ta based sa recommended sa master plan. So, isa lang siya kakuan area, no? Ang butangan na to, Cabreros and Jansen Street. So, pinaka-main na to nga line is this one. So, mo na yung outfall na to dere. Then, along Cabreros sa gidya ang ato ang drainage project o katong sa Jansen Street. So, same section lang siya based on the drainage master plan. So, the details lang nga among gi-add nga wala ma-reflect sa master plan is atong mga manholes nato, if unsay mga further ato ba ibutang sa sidewalk or not, and to improve pod sa mga laterals nila or mga drainage laterals meaning katong mga connecting nila. So ato pod gi-appeal sa pag-improve and um, ready pod ang atong mga junctions or intersections for future connections pod sa LGU as per agreement nato no sa ilaha na kitay maghimo sa drainage mains nato to accommodate sa mga runoff gyud kay medyo dako-dako siya o drainage area dere. Kuan sir. Kani sir. 1.2 sir by 1 meter. Yes sir, ang clear lang na sir, ang pinakakuan niya is 1.6 by 1.36. So gi-box culvert type gyapon na to sir kay ma-expose gihapon siya sa mga vehicles no. Kay constricted man sad ang kuan niya. We have no budget for the right of way so maintain lang kita sa existing nato nga carriageway width. Yes, sir. Naa gyapon sir. Ang slope nato sir, i-maintain gyapon nato kay naa partly curve siya mabutang and gutter and partly sa carriageway kay di man siya pwede mabutang sa sidewalk sir kay ma-constrict og sa mo tatong dalan so mas pabor siya nga rag ma-shoulder lang siya ba. So nalang tay drop inlet or drop grating nga atong ibutang para makuha nato. More or less naa gyapon sir. We have already pre-identified ang pinakakuan lang is the utility poles mga poste sir. So identified na nato. So informed na po si barangay. So as early as last 2 weeks ago, ilan nang gipahinay nagtawag sad ang mga lumulupyo ani sir for to schedule a kanang murag mag public consultative meeting ta to inform the kanang affected residents para naatay kuan proper information and also sa kanang mga utilities nato sa VECO.
Okay, regarding also kuan ba mga affected roadway, ato ang travel way may portions payment may go. So na mga restoration cost?
Yes sir, naara sir. Naratay appeal tanan sir sa from removal to its restoration. So, considered na
what
siya.
happened sa kuan? Naka-surface siya or below siya sa
Flash na sir. More siya level
Flash
na siya. Flash na siya.
So, we have problem with that no labi na sa atong national or Cabrieros national pa na.
Yes sir. Local na sir.
Local. Ang joint letter ma.
Yes sir.
That should be very clear sa
Mhm.
contract na to ang pag-restore to the original condition after completion of the project, di ba?
Yes sir.
Kung sa itsura sa pagtrabaho na to, pang project, maura gyapon ini kahuman. Except nga nana dito ang ato project. So, ito nang i-very specify because pasikon ang contractor, igo nila mabungkag ang concrete nga affected, di na nila i-restore. So what happened? Problema na ta sa LGU with their complaint letter. Ang joint dili ma-sealed or di babalik completely ang joint. So ikaw na siguro sa specifications. Kung
Yes sir. Noted sir.
Sure lang. Dili kayo yung katong riding surface or riding surface.
Riding surface sir. Yeah, ang connection lang gid between the existing and the newly completed na kuan sir surface.
So katong mga prospective bidder na to na may mga interesting question regarding ana no. So mga flood control na to, drainage. So along existing pavement siguro makuha tag 1.3 meter, 1.5 meters.
Yes sir.
For the excavation then later plaster na to atong project. Oo, tama no to include allowance sa side, di ba?
Yes sir.
Mga
Sir.
workable space.
Included na sa ato ang
Side.
workable space sir. Dili gid untop-untop ang ato ang pag kuan sa kung sa weed sa atong drainage katura po lang ato ang workable space nagid tay allowance.
So daghang problema na during actual because you will encounter sa ilalom later daghan na siya ang mga laman loob nga nagka-problema mo. But anyway, this is a new line actually kay huwag na ito gisubay ang existing drainage. So most likely ang dili ka pa mamper atong operations kay ang drainage proper na pa man. Napa may existing o na.
Yes sir. Napa sir.
So katulang kung naay mo clarify pa then you may entertain kung Kuan na di.
So if nalam mo ikuan sad, pwede na tayo nato mga site visit no para at least ma-picture out gid nyo in actual para namoy idea on how we will be approaching the project kung kamo ang makadaog then unsa ito ang mga methodology kay it's murag unique ra ba ang sa Cebu City pod nato nga mga approaches ani we have natay mga limitations lang pod ba so we need to closely coordinate pod sa LGU and the proponent para at least well aware pod tanan.
Okay, now ko'y dugang pa no because sa atong guidelines mo god when you have excavation more than 1 meter, 1.5, I do not know mo exceed ba ta ana pero once it involves deeper excavation kinahanglan ta we need barrier na gud permanent nga
Yes, sir.
barrier nga close type.
Those type.
Tanaw lang ninyo kung how you approach para po nato ma-share nato kung giun sa nato pag secure ang traffic. Oo, kasi sa Metro Manila anywhere hindi pa basta na yung mga deep excavation kinahanglan close type gid na dili kay mga kuan lang kanang sitaw na kanang mga
Mga bollard lang. Samot na sir kay residential area. So,
prevent
kuan gyud
mga
come and
noise,
go ang mga tao sa
mga tuagsik sa mga imuhang
Oo.
ginagroup nila mga magaging mga sakyanan.
Yes sir.
Okay, siguro accounted sa ato ang pag-estimate no.
Yes sir, naa sir atong ipang-consider ato ang mga safety gid atong
Okay,
gipang
okay.
kuan sir incorporate. So I think that's all for our projects this morning sir. So Mr. Chair. Miss Vice.
Og napay mga clarification since napa ato ang mga representatives no from planning to discuss some issues but anyway kung wala na or that's why we have this pre-bid conference para before we tender our bid at least you'll be informed of the project and of course kung may mga clarification yung we have still time no to basig mas okay pa ang ilang findings ilang makitaan then we can have pwede ta mag kuan kanang tawag na may bulletin no in case so wala na no mo na yung part 1 na to then the part 2 will be katong mga reminders for the prospective bidders what are documentary requirements what are those things that you need to submit to us always amo nang gi-incorporate para nga walay ko ano, walay kuan during bid opening. So of course we encourage you to paminaw na to no. Pwede na to ma-play o proceed na Diyos.
For the documents to be submitted, these following requirements will be discussed in the preparation of the documents. First, for the technical proposal, the basic eligibility requirement during the submission of bids in the field job certificate of registration and membership must be current and updated in accordance with the provisions of the IRR. And its registration is proper and relevant to the particular type of procurement. In lieu of the Class A eligibility documents uploaded and maintained current and updated in the field jobs. Bidders are required to submit their field jobs certificate of registration during bid submission. Next, if a bidder is not enrolled in CWA, the bidder must attach validated pickup license and registration statement of all ongoing and completed government and private contracts, including contracts awarded but not yet started, whether or not similar in nature and complexity to the contract to be bid within the period provided in the bidding documents given emphasis as per Department Order number 36 series of 2615. For this, strong emphasis is given to this matter since this will be strictly revalidated and checked upon during the detailed bid evaluation. Non-compliance of this is subjected for sanction per DO number 17, series of 2015 under the three-strike policy report. Next, statement of singular discompleted contract or SLCC, similar to the contract to be bid at least 50% of the ABC. Net financial contracting capacity or NFCC, computation and statement of total assets and liabilities. Next is the NEOS permit or business permit as a percent tax clearance, audited financial statement, duly received by BIR at least 2 years from bidding date income tax return or ITR. Next is for DPI for sole proprietorship and CDA for cooperatives. For a corporation, there should be a secretary certificate or board resolution duly notarized indicating the authorized and designated signing official. Next, JVA, if applicable, which requires special pickup license and registration with percentage of two contractors. For the bid security, the contractor can choose among the applicable forms of bid security, which the duration is 120 calendar days per RA 9184. The bidder shall submit a bid security declaration or any form of bid security in an amount not less than the required percentage of the ABC in accordance with the following schedule. Cash or cashier's check issued by the Universal of Commercial Bank, which is 2%. Bank draft guarantee or a revocable letter of credit issued by Universal or Commercial Bank, provided, however, that it shall be confirmed and authenticated by a Universal or Commercial Bank if issued by a foreign bank, which is 2%, surety bond upon demand issued by a surety or insurance company duly certified by the Insurance Commission as authorized to issue such security, which is 5%. Any discrepancy in the amount even a centavo means non-compliant. If the validated exceeds 120 calendar days, the contractor should renew and submit a new bid securing declaration or BSD, considering that all legal, technical, and financial documents should still be valid during award. Number 4, bid security in prescribed form for the amount and validity period. For project requirements, the bidders should attach the organizational chart for the contract to be bid, including the list of contractors' key personnel to be assigned to the contract with their complete qualification data and affidavit of commitment to work on the project of the contractor's key technical personnel, which there must be no duplication of key functions wherein assignments of several projects of key personnel is strongly discouraged because it was found out that some contractors have one project engineer with multiple ongoing contract projects. The five key technical personnel must have experience similar to the contract project to be bid at least 50% of ABC, or as follows: project manager is not necessary a licensed civil engineer. However, the experience should have minimum of 5 years experience of same position and 3 years experience of similar position. Project engineer must be duly licensed civil engineer. Should be current and updated with minimum of 5 years experience of same position, 3 years experience of similar position. For the materials engineer, must be a licensed civil engineer with minimum of 5 years experience of same position, 3 years experience of similar position, duly BPWH accredited materials and quality control engineer. Foreman with minimum of 5 years experience of same position and 2 years experience of similar position. For the safety and health officer with a certificate duly accredited by DOLE as safety officer. The bidder should have a safety officer 3 or SO3 regardless of amount and category, wherein the requirements and appointment, designation, and job description as safety officer. If the company doesn't have a safety officer, they should attach a pledge of commitment to undertake trainings for 48 hours. Additional info, they were advised not to manufacture the experience of their key technical personnel just to suit the requirements. All the licenses and credentials of the key technical personnel must be current and updated. These attachments should be visible and have a clear copy. The BAC advised that the pledged project engineer for the project should not be conflicting with other projects, considering that the supervision will be difficult, and this is one of the reasons that it cause negative slippage. A project engineer can handle within the same jurisdiction but outside is quite questionable for his capacity to supervise. List of contractors, major construction, and lab equipment units owned, leased, or under purchase agreements must be supported by proof of ownership or lease or purchase and certification of availability of equipment from lessor vendor for project duration. Certification of minimum laboratory equipment duly certified by any DPWH office as per DO number 80, series of 1990, and reiterated for strict compliance as per DO number 138, series of 2015, DO 11, series of 2017, to ensure that the said certification is current and updated, which has only 1 year validity and still subject for post-qualification. Construction Safety and Health Program for DO 129 series of 2014. The preparation of the safety and health program is component of the technical proposal as per department order, of which the limitation is one safety officer within limited jurisdiction on the limits not exceeding 50 million. However, per project must have one first aider, and it is not necessarily approved considering that this will be resubmitted if they will be awarded to the project. The compliance of construction safety and health is now a law as per Republic Act 11058 dated August 2018. The safety officer 3 should be on site since this is one of the requirements during inspection of the personnel from DOLE. There will be a penalty if the safety officer is not around during the inspection of DOLE. The company should also conduct monthly, quarterly, yearly report as one of the OSH requirement in construction industry. The bidders were advised to prepare their own construction safety and health program. For the omnibus sworn statement in the form, the omnibus sworn statement has 9 items. They should comply with a standard form wherein, in the absence of one item, it will be rated as failed. For the affidavit of site inspection, inspection of the project site is encouraged in order to validate the site prior to dropping of bids to avoid future problem. Because the contractor has the responsibility to complete the project once awarded to them. For the financial proposal, this must be included also the bid form, the bid prices in the bill of quantities, detailed estimates including a summary sheet indicating the unit prices of construction materials, labor rates, and equipment rentals used in coming up with the bid. So mo na ang dapat sa inyong detail mo na agin na ang materials and labor of ang material. Ang lamsam na to, no? Mo na atong gikuan po before, di mo gid malikayan ang lamsam no kay per item na aman ang lamsam. Usually na sa mga building mga projects maka duo lang din mo sa planning, pwede mo mangayo o breakdown sa lamsam. No, for idaan po na siya for smooth implementation sa project, no? So makaduol na din mo ang kay suot sa lump sum kay di man para sa ubang item nga per square na anadayon no per square man lump sum compromise pa nagdaghan kay materials. So quarterly, monthly cash flow and payment schedule must be present also in the financial proposal. Failure to attach any requirement or any missing, incomplete, or patently insufficient documents in the above mentioned is a ground for outright rejection for the bid and will fall as non-compliant. All documents to be submitted must be current and updated, otherwise it will be rated as failed. The technical and financial proposal must be in A4 size. Muna itong standard sa itong bid documents. Well paginated with duly authorized signatures and book-bounded to avoid insertion. Further, the authorized licensing officer will be the one to drop the bids. The bidders will also advise to be responsible to their bid submitted in accordance with the checklist, and their technical and financial proposals should have proper pagination based on the number or order in the checklist, including proper sequencing of documents. Their submitted documents should be done accordingly. If the legal A documents are attached, much better. However, if the documents are expired, attach receipt of proof that the renewal is on process. The bid documents of the bidders must follow the completeness of the bid, both in form and substance. The bidders were advised not to recycle legal documents of documents attached in the previous submission of bids which have signatures and countersigns of the back members. It must be all original signatures attesting certified copies. Affidavits must be original signature. For the joint venture, whatever guidelines complied by one bidder should also be complied by the other bidder. For example, if one has a fugitive registration, then the other one should also attach their project's registration. Leaving blanks in the bid proposal for a unit bid price of total cost per item is considered failed, except indicated as zero, or which is understood as free to the government. Bidders with lowest bid during the opening of bid is not a guarantee to be awarded. Why? Kaya subject for evaluation pa man ang inyong drop. All bid documents are still subject for bid evaluation, and post-qualification prior to be declared as lowest calculated responsive bid and subsequently to be awarded for the contract. The bidders are given 3 days upon bidding for file for a motion for reconsideration. The BOT emphasized the deadline of the receipt by the BOT of bids, which is 10 a.m. only, as stipulated in the invitation of bid. Kung malapas na sa 10 a.m., so dili na makadrop ang bidders. No, ato din yung district code maayo, i-close na ito ang atong requirement din beyond 10 a.m. in the morning. For the criteria and procedure for eligibility check, preliminary examination of bids, detailed evaluation of bids, post-qualification and award. The BOT will determine the eligibility of the bidders based on the FUGEP's registration of their legal aid documents, which should be maintained current and updated, including that of the Civil Works application or the CWA, which focuses on the NFCC work experience of single largest completed contract, similar to the contract project for bidding at hand. The BOT will ascertain based on the checklist of the required documents to be submitted using pass or fail criterion during the preliminary and detailed bid evaluation. In addition, after the opening of bids as per 2016 revised implementing rules and regulation under section 32.2, the BOT will conduct a detailed bid evaluation of all the bids using non-discretionary criteria wherein it requires the completeness of bid. Bids not addressing or providing all the required items in the bidding documents including, where applicable, bill of quantities, shall be considered non-responsive and thus automatically disqualified. In this regard, where a required item is provided but no price is indicated, the same shall be considered as not responsive. But specifying a zero or a dash for the said item would mean that it is being offered for free of the government, except those required by law or regulations to be provided for. In case of discrepancies between bid prices and figures and in words, the latter shall prevail, not the words only prevail. The total price per item and unit price for the item as extended or multiplied by the quantity of that item. Unit cost in the detailed estimate and unit cost in the bill of quantities, the same will be applied to the detailed checking evaluation of the technical. The same will be applied no sa katong checking evaluation of the proposal. When the bidder rated as the lowest calculated bidder will undergo post qualification. Once post-qualified, the bidder will be determined as lowest calculated responsive bid and subsequently to be awarded for the contract. All bidders are of equal footing thereby. Bidders are advised to include all taxes, other fiscal and duties as mandated by law in all items of work which details are shown in the detailed estimates. For the post-qualification, the bidders were advised to read Department Order number 127, Series 2018, and other issuances relative to this matter, since the BAC will be very keen and strict on the conduct of post-qualification process, considering that the concerned officials or employees, including the concerned BAC members, will be liable to the administrative penalties if this directive will not be followed. As per DO number 127, the contractor will not be awarded with a certain project if it has a negative slippage of at least 15% in a single contract or at least 10% in two or more contracts. During post-qualification, even though the contractor is the lowest bidder, still it is subject for further verification to ensure the compliance of the requirements of the contract. With that, the office will be sending a letter being the lowest calculated bid, which within 5 days from the receipt of notice, the bidder must submit the latest income and business tax return and other appropriate licenses, permits, and other legal documents required and stated in the bidding document and as stipulated in the said communication. If not complied within 5 days, the next calculated lowest bid will be notified. So, you're given 5 days note. On the other hand, the office will be sending a letter of inquiry on the committed failure on the bidding at hand. Thus, this communication must be acted upon the contractor in the required time frame. Otherwise, without action taken, it will be relatively resort to sanction, which will fall in the three-strike policy, which a tantamount of blacklisting, suspension of the contractor. If the bidder will commit three mistakes in a year, then they will be recommended for further sanctions. Moreover, the qualification and experience of the key technical personnel is subject for verification as part of the post-qualification process. They are allowed to replace their key personnel technical, which they have to write a letter 14 days prior to the proposed replacement duly approved by the HOPE of the office. The BAC will be strict on the compliance of the equipment as part of post-qualification. No, it is stated as per DO number 127 series 2018. The contractor can attach in the proposal the list of equipment or agreement to purchase or proposal to rent or agreement on the delivery of the equipment so that the contractor will be assessed as compliant in terms of equipment requirement. The OR and CR must be present, no? Also, it must be current and updated, not expired. The equipment should be calibrated and ESTA accredited, and the registration should be current and updated. Whatever is stipulated in the BDS should be followed. An inspection will be conducted on the verification of equipment during other documents to be evaluated. Also, to be verified during post-qualification is the set of equipment pledged by the bidder. The bidder should in the submitted bid location of the equipment where they can be inspected. Ang atong PWG members kay mo inspected na sa inyong equipment pledge, no? If any piece of equipment is not in the specified location, then the bidder shall be post disqualified as per Department Order Number 9, Series of 2012. 10 calendar days upon receipt of the NOA or Notice of Award, the contractor must comply the following. Notice of award with the bidders signed for a joint venture, contractor's PCAB license, special joint venture license, and joint venture agreement. Performance security in any of the forms specified in the instruction of bidders. The performance security shall be in the amount not less than the required percentage of the total contract price in accordance with the following schedule. Cash or cashier's manager's check issued by a universal or commercial bank, which is 10%. Bank draft or guarantee or a revocable letter of credit issued by a universal or commercial bank, provided, however, that it shall be confirmed or authenticated by a universal or commercial bank if issued by a foreign bank, which is 10%. Surety bond callable upon demand issued by a surety or insurance company duly certified by the Insurance Commission as authorized to issue such security, which is 30%. No? So, sa inyong construction methods, kay nabot ay form, no, follow lang to sa form. Ang construction schedule in the form of per CPM diagram or precedence diagram and bar chart with S-curve, cash flow. Contractors all risk insurance or carry to be submitted during the period required on the submission of the required documents in the award of contract. However, the effective date is on the effectivity of the contract. Latest income tax and business returns duly stamped and received by BIR and duly validated with the tax payments made. Tax clearance from the BIR to prove full and timely payment of taxes. For a local contractor, certification under oath stating that the contractor is free and clean of all tax liabilities. For a foreign bidder, for the summary,
So, okay, so we heard all the bidding requirements. It was explicitly provided. So, this pre-bidding conference will end. Thank you very much, prospective bidders and online viewers. Thank you very much. Good morning once again.